Want to know what's happening in the housing market? Well, let's check out the real numbers. Hey, my name is Natalia Reinhardt, Realtor with eXp Realty, your host of the Treasure Coast. And I talk about where to live, where to eat, and where to play. So if you want to know more about this area, then subscribe. I post videos on the regular. Let's talk about the housing market update. For your information, I do touch upon the national numbers. I touch upon Florida so we can compare, right? See where we are national, statewide, and then locally. And on the local level, I cover Martin and St. Lucie County. So that covers Stuart, Jensen Beach, Palm City. That covers Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, etc. So let's get to it. One of the things that I want to cover though is what the chief economist is saying right now. And he tweeted on X. He pretty much says, the worst is over. Do you believe that? We'll see if what the numbers, what's trending, proves he's right. Let's go over that. According to the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, we have the median sales price to be $379,100. Technically, that went up a bit. Now, this is the median sales price on a national level. When it comes to listings or new homes for sale, the inventory, it jumped up to 13%. It increased. This is telling, maybe the chief economist is right. Maybe the worst is over, because one of the scary parts come 2020 and 2023 was low inventory. There aren't many choices, right? That's why sellers didn't want to put their homes for sale, because they feared whether or not they can find a home after selling their home. So here we have, on a national level, there's more inventory. The median sales price for Florida, the state of Florida, is $375,000. When you look at it, when you compare it to the national, we're just right under it. That's always been the trend for Florida as a whole. However, we're not too expensive. Hopefully we don't get crazy expensive. With that said, let's look at the inventory. Is it up? Yes, the number went up for listings and went up to 21%. This is good. So there are more homes for sale as a whole in the state of Florida. The median sales price for Martin and St. Lucie County is a bit of, I think it's inaccurate, okay? But the number is what the number is, right? Put the two together, we're looking at $422,000 for the median sales price of a home. And mind you, this is collectively all properties, single family condos and townhomes and manufactured homes. So it's collective. So this number is not accurate. I don't believe so, because Martin County has always been more expensive when it comes to the sale price of the home, versus St. Lucie County has always been lower. When you split it up, you're looking at St. Lucie County, the median sale price to be $380,000. Now that's significant. The $380,000 in St. Lucie County makes us competitive with the median sales price on a national level and on a statewide level. Versus for Martin County, they're higher. They've always been higher. And they're almost more comparable to Palm Beach, okay? So Martin County and Palm Beach are more the same when it comes to the median sales price, versus St. Lucie County is closer to national and statewide median sales price. With that said, let's go back to the combo of Martin and St. Lucie County of all the properties. So we're going back to the number of $422,000. Okay, that's the median sales price. Fine, we can do math. With that said, you are looking at inventory went up. There are more homes for sale. When you look at the quote from the chief economist of NAR, he says the worst is over. So at least in the category of choices for buyers is so much better. Now, when you look at the monthly affordability, it's only for St. Lucie County because it is the most affordable, and that's what I'm just gonna focus on right now. And so you will see that there is a big price difference with the monthly mortgage. it went up $370 a month. A month, okay? That's a big difference in your pocket. So are we still affordable on the Treasure Coast, specifically St. Lucie County? We're okay. We used to be very affordable. We're not very affordable. We're just okay. We are competitive, is what I will say. One of the areas that we need to touch on are closed sales. So we touched on listings, new inventory, great, it went up, hallelujah. Now we're gonna touch on closed sales.
All right, so this is the interesting part. When it comes to closed sales in Port St. Lucie, we do have from January of 2022, we closed 631 homes. Moved to 2023, it went down 470, and now it went down again to 390. This is significant. This is telling us that we are finally neutralizing, or the market is balancing out.
Is this a good or a bad thing? Well, when you look at it as a whole, it's okay. Why is it okay? Well, we're really trying to concentrate on numbers before the pandemic. And so having the closings lower tells you that the market has changed. Absolutely, everyone knows that. But it's changing to what we want it to be on a more neutral level. And so by inventory numbers, technically we're still in a seller's market, technically. However, based on the climate, the buyers in the area, who's shopping, when are they shopping, when are they making an offer, it's more of a neutral market here on the Treasure Coast. This is important to know if you are a seller or a buyer, what you should know. This is me interpreting the data and telling you what you really want to know when it comes to the housing market in this area. Numero uno, we have inventory. So as a seller, you do not have to fear in selling your home in order to then buy one, right? You will find inventory, and as a buyer, you will have inventory. And as a buyer, you will have a variety to choose from. Número dos, what you should know is that mortgage rates are pretty much steady. It's not going to have a drastic drop anytime soon. So right now, technically it's March. Well, maybe there'll be a mortgage interest rate drop in May, in the spring, maybe. There's no guarantees. The prediction is at the end of the year, by the end of the year, the mortgage rates will drop lower. However, when you look at mortgage rates on a 40-year, year to year in the last 40 years, you're looking at 7% being average. Keep that in mind, 7% is average. Hence, when I say neutral, it's neutral because of inventory. It's getting neutral because of inventory. It's pretty much neutral in home prices, and it's kind of becoming neutral in home prices because the mortgage rates are steady. Número tres, as a buyer, it benefits you to go shopping today, right? It's March, because the sellers are more willing to give seller concessions. So seller credits, let's pretend you need help with closing costs. Well, you can ask for an FHA loan up to 6% of closing cost assistance, technically, through the seller, which is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. You would absolutely want to do that if they agree to it, yes. Or you can ask the seller to do a mortgage rate buy down, which is also phenomenal, yes. So instead of 7%, the first year or two can be 6 point something, right? They pay for you to have less of a mortgage interest rate. That's the possibility right now as a buyer. Número cuatro, if you're a seller, you have to know that buyers are more price sensitive. And that means that they are being picky. They have choices on the market. Therefore, you do need to price your home correctly the first time and you need to be prepared to lower your price. Número 5, last but not least, this applies at any time. As a buyer, you need to prioritize when is the right time to buy a home for you. Do not wait for the mortgage rate to be a better number. It's not to your advantage. You need to calculate it based on what you can afford today, if it's right for you today, or if it's right for you in 6 months. And so remember, you have the advantage as a buyer to ask for seller concessions, whether it's a mortgage rate buy down or closing cost assistance type of thing. So is it a good time for you to buy today? That's the real question. And so I can help you. If you have any questions when it comes to that, I can absolutely direct you. Please look at the link below. I have a discovery call link where we can talk for 30 minutes about your needs and wants and how to better proceed. And so if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. I hope this video did help you out. If you do have any questions, then feel free to reach out to me. Again, my information is in the description below. And yes, I'm Natalia Reinhardt, Realtor with eXp Realty, your host of the Treasure Coast, and I will see you around town.